Well, the world seems to have gone absolutely bonkers, barmy mad. I just can't believe the price of fuel. What I do know is they're not going to make me put my motorcycle away. I don't care how expensive fuel gets, I really don't. Because when it comes to my motorcycle, it's the only time I feel truly free. I do have a secret weapon, and we'll come back to that secret weapon in a little while. And that's going to help me combat and not have to worry about the fuel costs as much. There's also a problem with the Mighty Scrambler. Oh, I'm absolutely devastated. I did a review on this bike a couple of weeks ago, and I gotta say, I still love it. And after that review, I filled this bike up on my way home at my local garage, and it's not run right since. It is hunting, it is spluttering, it is just... So as you can see, she's a bit of a pig this morning. She just won't maintain a steady throttle. She's a spluttering and a farting. And all I can put it down to is bad fuel. Bad fuel with lots of shit in it. And like I say, I used this bike to do a review on it. It was the last time I rode it, and I took it all the way down to empty. I filled it up on the way home. And she just will not run nice. First time I've ever had a problem with this bike. Not a happy man, that's for sure. Not a happy man. Oof. And then she doesn't want to pull away. Then she does, then she doesn't. It's quite scary. You know, because you're not in full control of your throttle. Yeah, not an happy man at all. It gives you a little bit, and then all of a sudden it kicks in and jolts, and like I say, I've never had a problem with this bike in all the time I've owned it. I've never known one to do it, and I can only put it down to shit fuel. I can put it down. My theory is they were dredging the bottom of their tanks to try and get every single penny they could before they put fresh petrol in that garage. And like I say, I'm left with a motorcycle now that I've got to fix, and I think the fix is going to be a new fuel filter and probably a new air filter. The new air filter does need doing. The new fuel filter didn't need doing until I put crap fuel in it. So let's have a look at all the garages where I live before we get to the culprit. Let's see what the prices are. Now we have 3 Esso garages within Nuneaton. That's where I am, for anybody who doesn't know. I live in Treacle Town, as they call it. But what I'm finding is every garage has a different price, even though the price of a barrel of oil is the same for everybody. It just seems to be that some of these garages seem to be racketeering and just charging more than they should. Yeah, so within Nuneaton we have 3 Esso garages, and I'll be interested to see what each of those garages is charging. First Esso, 189.9 and 159.9. Look at that, it won't even tick over. What is it they've put in my tank? This is supposed to be E5 super duper petrol, you know. It was expensive when I put it in. I mean, it's even more expensive now, but the fact that this bike will just not run is beyond me. It really is. So annoying. So annoying. Not only are they racketeering and ripping us off with expensive fuel, they're also giving us shit fuel. And what for? There's no reason for it. So the second Esso that we have in Nuneaton, it's 15.9, 159.9 and 191.9. There we have it, the culprit. The garage that's wrecked my bike. And look at the price. 193.9 for diesel, which means E5 is going to be exactly the same. So here we have it. The garage, the culprit, the racketeer. The people that think that they can charge what they want when they want. They can pump anything they want. The crap out at the bottom of their tanks. The people that thought that they could just, you know, wreck my motorcycle, wreck other people's vehicles by putting shit fuel through their pumps. Now, 4 days ago, I got back from Spain, and the price on that pump, the price on that board behind me, was 183.9. And as you can see now, it's 193.9. It's gone up 10p in 4 days. It's also the most expensive Esso garage within Nuneaton, you know. So my question is, why can they charge what they want when you could see there's a price difference between each Esso garage in Nuneaton? And I've been in there and had this argument with these people that they won't let me film in there, so unfortunately I can't show you my confrontation. The conversation went pretty much on the long lines of, why are your prices so high when the Esso down the road is at least 3, maybe 4p cheaper than you? And their answer to me was, well, we're franchises. But that's not an excuse, because you're all buying your fuel for the same price from Esso. Esso aren't charging you individually different prices. You're all paying the same price and you're all choosing to charge what you want. And surely that has got to change. Do you know what makes it even worse? This is my local garage. I live 5 minutes up the road. It's a 5-minute walk. And I use this garage more than any garage in Nuneaton. But do you know what? From now on, I boycott it. I will not go in there. I'm not paying their prices. Because do you know what? That is racketeering. And I think it's about time the government stepped in.
Engine humming low, pockets feeling lighter every mile I go. Pull into the forecourt, same old game again. Numbers climbing higher, where's it gonna end? A pump clicks fast, but the tank feels wrong. Paying through the teeth just to ride along. Used to love the freedom, now it's getting tough. Every drop I'm buying never feels enough. They say it's premium, they say it's clean, but my bike's coughing like a worn-out machine. Biker buddies had enough, yeah, he's calling it out. Fed up with the prices, sick of all the doubt. Work all week just to fill that tank while they're cashing in at the rider's bank. Oh, it's rough, yeah, it's tough on the road when the fuel's burning holes in your soul. Biker buddies had enough, can't you see? This ain't how riding's meant to be.
I don't care how expensive it gets. I really don't. I'm still going to ride my motorcycle. I'm still going to have my freedom of doing what I love when I love. Because you know what? There's no better feeling than riding a motorcycle. It's exhilarating. It's my pure freedom. But how much can these garages get away with before we all say enough is enough? Because you know what? It's got to stop somewhere. Well, my secret weapon is my monkey bike. And you know what? I bloody love this bike. Oh, it makes me feel 30 years younger every time I ride it. But that's not its secret weapon. Its secret weapon is the fact it'll easily do 100 miles to the gallon. Yeah, you heard it right. 100 miles to the gallon. And that in itself, at these times where the racketeers and the petrol stations are all trying to spank us, every time I go in and fill this bike up, I have a big smile on my face. You know, from empty it's about £6.50 of the good stuff, and I walk out feeling good. Oh yes. So I will be using this bike to commute on. Now the nice weather's here as well, but I will be using it to commute on to get to work. I'm going to save myself a bloody fortune, which is what I normally do every year. I did 4,000 miles on this bike last year commuting. It just, you know, it bibbles along. There's one thing this bike doesn't do that the Scrambler does, and that is speed. The need for speed is where the Scrambler comes in. But do you know what? To do that, it also guzzles the bloody fuel. So, the monkey, yes, The Mighty Monkey. It's a 125 single cylinder, 9 bhp. Yes, you hear me right. 9 bhp. Oh, but you know what? It's the best 9 bhp in the world. It'll do 55, 60 mile an hour. It gets me there about 5 minutes slower than what my bloody Scrambler does. At half the cost. Well, probably 3/4 of the cost. For a lot of people, small capacity bikes, they're going to make a big difference. In the months to come, they really do. We're probably going to see big CC capacity bike sales maybe might start dropping. Who knows? What I do know is my Mighty Monkey will see me through these hard times, and I won't have to give up motorcycling, and I'll still be able to get the thrill and the need of wanting to be free, because that's what I get from riding a bike. It's the only time I feel truly free. And the Monkey, the Monkey just makes me feel 30 years younger. Really does. What more could you want from life? Beautiful sunny days, moving along, a little monkey. Yes, I'm still going to go out on my Scrambler, don't you worry. But they're now going to become special days, you know. They're going to be the days where if I want to go to Wales, I'm going to have to plan it, and it's going to be probably once a month, and it's going to cost me a fortune. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I love my motorcycling. But the Monkey means I can ride every day at a fraction of the cost. And that is winner, winner, chicken dinner. So here we have it, the Mighty Monkey. Like I say, I do love this bike. And I do believe that, you know, at the moment, small capacity CC bikes are going to be the way that we just keep the wheels moving. And we get through this fuel crisis. I say fuel crisis, the crisis is it costs too bloody much. I don't think it'll be long. I'll give it 2 or 3 days, and I think we're going to hit £2 a litre, which, do you know what, it's just ridiculous. For me, the Mighty Monkey is going to be the bike that gets me through. And yeah, I will be using it to commute on, and I will do a lot more miles on this than I will on the Scrambler, which, to be fair, is normal for me. I'd rather commute on this. It's small, it's nimble, it's light, it carves through city traffic. It just, you know, it's a cracking little bike, and like I say, makes me feel 30 years younger. Every time I ride it, it makes me smile. It's taken me out of that bad mood that I was in when I started this video, where I just wanted to rant about fuel and what that fuel had done to my Scrambler. Believe me, I'm still not happy, but the Monkey has lifted my spirits for now. So let me know, what's the prices like in your area? Is it getting to the point where you think you're going to have to put your motorcycle away because for you it's a thing of pleasure? Because I really think we need to keep the things that make us happy, and motorbikes make me happy, and I'm sure they make you happy too. And if you're like me, riding really is the only time I truly feel free, and that's where my Monkey fits in, because my Monkey will keep me on the road, it will keep the wheels moving, and it won't cost me a lot. You always find some really cool lanes on a Monkey. Lanes I wouldn't normally come down on the Scrambler. You know, it gives you a whole itinerary of new lanes and new roads where you can just go exploring. I think there's been a big shift towards small capacity CC motorcycles anyway. Even before the racketeers and these fuel garages, stations, these petrol station bandits started ripping us all off. And maybe big capacity CC bikes are on the decline anyway, you know, because like I say, there's more and more small capacity CC bikes seem to be selling than the big bikes. But there's always a place in my garage for a big CC bike, because like I say, the one thing the Monkey doesn't do, the Monkey doesn't do the need for speed. Yes, it's nippy, and it, you know, picks its little feeties up rather quick, but it doesn't do the flat out adrenaline that the Scrambler does. But like I say, the Scrambler takes a lot more petrol to give you that buzz, but we all need that buzz, I think, on occasion. So I'm happy to have both, a little bike and a big bike, but for now the little bike will definitely dominate, that's for sure. So As ever, never ride faster than your angel can fly. Stay safe out there. Stay safe.
Biker buddy sets himself free, living his best life, letting it be. One hand on the throttle, never